Welcome courtside, everybody. He's Tim Roberts. I'm Rob Price. And Tim, it's an early season important game. The Lady Lions have come in this ball game at 7-7. More importantly, 1-3 in conference play. And why is that important? Because they're playing a team that's directly ahead of them. We're talking about the Drovers of Oklahoma, Science and Arts. They're at 2-2. So it's a chance to kind of catch up, and it's a fight really for that second tier of teams in the bottom half of the draw, but who's going to make the postseason conference play?
The top 4 teams in the Student Athletic Conference are all either nationally ranked or receiving votes. So really, already in early January, mid-January, we can see the battle's going to be for 5 through 8 to get to that tournament. And the Lady Lions are going to have to really fight to be in that second tier of teams who finds their way to the conference tournament. It's always really easy to blame a loss in late February for why you didn't go to a conference tournament. And what you don't realize is the games in January mean just as much as those games in February. This is one of those really big games, playing a team that's going to be right there with them, fighting for those 5 through 8 spots to make it to the tournament. Lady Lions need to find a way to pull this one out today.
Talk about the tiebreakers. The head-to-head's the first thing, correct? They look at
head-to-head, yeah. So this would be very big to go ahead and win this one. And you've already won one against a conference opponent who, like I said, is going to be there to the end with you, probably looking for those bottom 4 teams who are going to be following up again. Really, unfortunately for everybody else, an unassailable top 4 in the Student Athletic Conference right now.
Last week, the Lady Lions, quick recap, beat Southwestern Christian 57-52 Monday on the road in Bethany. Their first ever, congratulations, the first ever SAC Student Athletic Conference win. It was tied 50-all with about a minute 20 left, and we pulled away. Nia Winston led all scores with 23. It's the 8th time she's had 20 or more. She is the SAC's leading scorer at 18.1 points a game.
They had a huge buzzer-beating 3 to end the first half, really kind of keep momentum on the Lady Lions' side. Then on Thursday night, they went up to Fort Worth and played Texas Wesley, and unfortunately fell 80-59. Really wasn't as bad as it looked, though. They only trailed 49-42 with just about 14 minutes left to go. The Lady Rams just ran away with it late, and they did it by shooting. The Lady Rams shot 54% of the night, including 11 from 20 from three-point range. They just lit it up. Well, right now we're going to go over to Tyler Evans standing by with head coach Arlen Beatles. Tyler?
Thanks, guys. Now, Coach, how are we really going to improve our offense this game and get our shooting percentage up?
Well, I think I tell you what, I told the girls a while ago, if we'll rebound, we'll be okay. You know, if you get an offensive rebound, you can stick it back up in the hole. That makes a big difference. So I'm hoping we just go after the boards and totally dominate them on the boards, and any shot we miss, we stick it up. That would definitely help.
Now, USAO averages a +4 margin turnover in a game, while we average a +3. Tell me, how are we going to win that battle?
Well, we've done pretty well with that this year. We haven't turned the ball over much. Hopefully our trapping zones will get us a chance to get some steals on them and do that, okay?
Thank you so much, Coach, and good luck in today's game.
Okay, thank you.
Back to you, Tim and Rob.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Tyler. Yeah, the Drovers come into this game today.
The basketball, I was like...
Chickasaw against the 2 bottom feeder teams, Northwood as well as St. Gregory. So they're teams that they should have beat.
Yeah, team they should have beat, but they did. They took care of business early on. They put themselves in this position now to stand at 2-2, perfectly even in the conference record. So again, they've taken care of business so far. They're going to be facing definitely a step up from those 2 teams today in the Lady Lions. Good chance to try to get a big road win to really establish themselves as a top 8 team in the Student Athletic Conference.
Talk about the slow start the Drovers have had all season long in the first half of games.
Yeah, first half, they're only scoring 172 points overall in the first half, 241 in the second half. So they're definitely a second half team. It's going to be very interesting because the Lady Lions have not been a second half team. Last weekend against Mid-America, they led at the half, lost in the second half. Again, obviously against the Texas Wesley and Lady Rams, they were in the game midway through the second half, and then the Rams just later ran away with it. The Lady Lions are going to have a very interesting challenge today, playing a team who's already really good at the second half. They have to find a way to get up early and find a way to fight them throughout the second half.
Both these teams average exactly 59 points a game, so I guess you could say, Tim, it's kind of a push. The changes on defense, Lady Lions give up 60, where the Drovers are yielding 67 points a game.
Yeah, completely statistical even right there. Sure. I mean, 59 points per game for both teams after playing this many games is a pretty odd stat to have 2 teams going to get together. So it'll be very interesting to see who can find a way to really break over that number or keep the other team down below that number, because it could be very interesting. There's a good chance that neither of these teams will reach 59 today, I feel like, because they do have such solid defenses and they don't really have elite offenses.
Talk about, we only saw 8 dress. Let's talk about that for a moment. 2 players were in cast, so there's only 8 dressing, and the rosters show only 2 are 5'10" or higher. That's not the case with the Lions.
Yeah, the Drovers are not bringing in much height. Only 2 girls listed as 5'10" or higher. Meanwhile, the Lady Lions come in with 6 players who are 5'10" or higher. So the Lady Lions will have a bit of a height advantage. That's something they're not very used to. Against Texas Wesleyan on Thursday night, they definitely did not have a height advantage. And since some of their best players are shorter shooters like Nia Winston and Taylor Hill, that can be a really big advantage to not have to, you know, walk through the trees to get to the basket. Be able to really rely on your outside shooting in this game.
They do average 34 rebounds a game due to the Drovers. They shoot 23 a game from beyond the arc, only make a quarter of them, 25%. However, they do have a +4 turnover margin, so they can get after you and take the ball from you.
Yeah, they have a good defense, and as that's shown, the fact that they've just scored 59 points a game, but have found a way to win a couple of games here in the last few weeks. Lady Lions, meanwhile, number 7 defense in the nation, just allowing 34% defensive field goal percentage. Obviously, that average got hurt a little bit Thursday night with Texas Wesleyan shooting over 50%. But they really want to be able to, you know, find a way to eliminate the Drovers' ability to shoot from the outside, which is one of their biggest weapons. Look at their key 3 players here. Rochelle Carr, she leads the team in 4 huge categories: 13.6 points a game, 6.1 rebounds a game, 2.3 steals a game, and about a block a game. So she's the center right there, leading in those 4 categories. You have Sammy Martin, who has 12.8 points per game, and Paige Pulliam, who has 10.4 points a game. So you see 3 girls right there, all averaging over 10 a game. These Lady Lions shooting defense, you have to find a way to keep them at those numbers or below. Don't let them go have their highs of the year right now and start putting up 50, 60 points on you. You could be in a lot of trouble.
For the Lady Lions, begin with Taylor Hill, again, really stepping up her play, averages 8.5 points a game. Tim leads the team with 2.4 assists, 2.1 steals, but she's coming off her best game ever. Just had 18 points, 7 of 15 from the field, cleaned 2 trays. This sophomore sensation had 8 assists. These are point total highlights for her career so far. Number 2, Nia Winston, so glad to have her back. She's so awesome. Leads the team with 17.5 points a game, and she's going to be hungry today to rebound. Scored just 10 points in a loss against Texas Wesleyan just 2 nights ago. She's a scorer. She needs to have that scorer's mentality to put the Lions over the top. And then Shakita Roberts, number 10 in the nation in shot blocking, 28 blocks so far on the season. She's quick. She's athletic. She will keep the Drovers busy in the paint for sure.
And it's going to be important for the Lions to play a full game. As you already mentioned, this is going to come down to the second half. That's where the science and arts are the best. They can play in the second half. Lady Lions do have a numbers advantage. As you mentioned, only 8 Drovers dressed today. They have some injuries. And on the road, it's going to be tough for them to be able to have that second half success they usually have. The Lady Lions really need to put this game away in the first half. We saw last Saturday when Mid-America started off shooting so cold, about 25% for the first half. Lady Lions only led by 2 points, I believe, at the half, and then they got it away from them. They have to find a way to get a big lead early on.
And hold it.
And then just stand pat. Then you can just stand pat the rest of the way. Don't let the opponents get any good runs. Find a way to knock down your shots. And, again, this is a very big one for Lady Lions. It's been an up again, down again season. Lose 2, win 1, lose 1, win 1. Lady Lions can get back to winning right now and maybe start trying to put together a streak here in mid-January.
We are just a few moments away from tip-off. We'll be right back with that right here in the SAGU Sports Network. Thanks for watching.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the starting lineup for the University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma. At guard, sophomore number 3, Brooke Worcester. At guard, sophomore number 15, Sammy Martin. At guard, senior number 22, Rochelle Carr. At forward, senior number 31, Amber Chang. And at guard, senior number 32, Paige Pulliam. Head coach for the Drovers is Jennifer Hayden. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineups for your SAGU Lady Lions. At point guard, sophomore for Waxahachie, Texas, number 13, Taylor Hill. At guard, senior from Garland, Texas, number 14, Nia Winston. At wing, junior from Georgetown, Texas, number 15, Jaira Rodriguez. At forward, freshman from Cleveland, Arkansas, number 24, Lincoln Ward. And at center, senior from San Antonio, Texas, number 32, Shakita Roberts. Head coach for Lady Lions is Arlen Beadle, assistant coach is Corey Henry.
All right, we're just about ready for tip-off here between the Drovers and the Lady Lions. You see the standings. The Drovers stand at number 6 in the conference, while Lady Lions are at number 8. See the top 4 there. A combined record of 40-9 between those 4 teams. I said very good conference. Lady Lions already won a big one against Southwestern Christian. You see they're number 9, and they won that one to stand at the number 8 spot right now. Very big one here on this Saturday afternoon. We're glad that you are joining us wherever you are, either here in Texas, up in Chickasha, Oklahoma, or all over the world. Hope you enjoy this presentation of the SAGU Sports Network.
Taylor Hill, first possession moves over to Rodriguez. Out to Winston, leading scorer in the SAC. 5 in the shot clock. She drives in the lane, and a whistle, a kick. And we'll keep it here.
Going to be a foul going to come against number 15, Sammy Martin.
Be a fresh 30 for the Lady Lions.
These two teams have only met once in their respective histories.
A long time ago.
A long time ago, back 11 years ago in 2003, as Shakita Roberts drives in, gets her own rebound, and scores.
Nice follow-up.
Obviously, ancient history, 11 years old, but the beating might still last throughout time. The Drovers thrashed the Lady Lions 88-26 up in Chickasha, Oklahoma. So I guess it's never too late for a decade-old payback.
There's that defense. We talked about Shakita in the middle, denying the passing lane. Now Winston on the break. She slides past 2 defenders, off the glass, no good. Now here come the Drovers, led by Rochelle Carr. She spots up Brooke Worcester, and a whistle, a travel called against Worcester. And we'll give the ball back to SAGU.
You heard it talked about, Coach Beatles before the game. Turnovers being a big issue. The Drovers averaging +4 margin, Lady Lions averaging +3. First 2 trips down the floor for Science and Arts, and it's 2 turnovers.
Hill with the ball had 18 points, her personal best, along with 8 assists the last time she played this game. So she's at the top of her game. There's a missed shot. Here come the Drovers again in transition.
Taylor Hill just really confronting Brooke
Into the paint
Worcester.
drive now. Pop out to Carr. It's good. Rochelle Carr, the senior from Duncan, Oklahoma, puts the Drovers on top.
Really good job of getting the Lady Lions defense to crash down low on the player with the ball and just left Carr wide open in the corner. And Winston drives, and with the teardrop scores, Lady Lions go back on top.
Great body control by Winston on that move to the basket.
Definitely looked good. The first layup she attempted of the game did not look like she had full control. And just sort of rang it off the side. That one pulling up just at the right spot.
We do expect a lot more folks to find their way to the gym and to the Schaefer Center here as the afternoon progresses. It's basically one of those weekends where all the students just come back. The spring semester is about to get underway, and they're arriving. Some new students arriving on campus today and some returners on their way back. So hopefully by the time we get a little bit down the road here, we'll have a full crowd here at the Schaefer Center on this Saturday afternoon.
Lakin Ward gets her own rebound, puts it back. Good follow-through so far from Lady Lions. Saw Shakita Roberts do it, and now see Lakin Ward getting their own missed shots and putting it back in. So extra possessions being key. Lady Lions have forced 3 turnovers and have already pulled in 3 offensive rebounds.
And just going right around Rodriguez is Sammy Martin. She's just a sophomore from Newella, Oklahoma. A nice move around Jira. Gives some space. It's all about separation in the paint. You just need about 8 to 12 inches of separation from the defender, and you get a shot off. She did just that. Now Winston for 3. A little strong. Ward chasing it down, Tim.
Good hustle by Ward, and I believe that's going to go off of Rochelle Carr. It'll stay right here. Yeah, great hustle by Ward. Shot was well long. She was behind the defender, but out hustled to the corner, saved it, stayed just in bounds, and Lady Lions keep possession.
And she gets the ball inside. There's a whistle. She'll go to the charity stripe. Unable to get that one to fall. Nice, strong power move from Lakin Ward.
Smart move right, and just at the right time, too. The shot clock had ticked down to 1 second remaining.
Ward's just a freshman from Wonderview High School in Cleveland, Arkansas. First free throw is good. And again, Tim, talk about Coach Beatles' strategy here when there's one of his players at the stripe.
Yeah, again, if first time...
You don't see anybody.
Yeah, for first time watching, it's just been a long-time strategy for the Lady Lions. Gives his players some rest on those free throws. And really makes the players have to rely on their free throw shooting abilities. They can't rely on players to get a rebound. He basically says, you're going to make both of these or we're not going to get the ball back.
I like that.
Yeah. And again, it started way back in the day when Lady Lions obviously sometimes he playing with just 6 or 7 players. They needed every second of rest they could get.
3 ball from the corner. It's good. Chalk it up. That's Paige Pulliam from Newcastle, Oklahoma. The senior drains it, and we are knotted at 8.
And as we mentioned, they are not afraid to take the 3 points.
Hill in trouble.
They average 6 a game.
Science Center will pick it up in transition. Winston almost stole that ball from Martin.
Hopefully that one rings off.
Hill will come away with the rebound. On up ahead to Winston. Move left, spin back right. Too strong off the glass. Weak side rebound. Ward gets her own rebound again. That one's going to go up and in. Nice power move. Way to hang with it. Miss Ward puts the Lions back up by 2.
Yeah. Love seeing that, fighting for the extra chances, getting those second chance points.
And what that does, Tim, that just fires you up to even play better on the other side of the court on defense. Good offense begets good defense and vice versa. So Ward getting active early in the paint. Drovers will inbound with a fresh 30. Again, both these teams, Tim, average 59 points a game. And the only difference on the defensive is that SAGU allows 7 less points. So it'll probably come down to the last couple possessions, I would assume, at this ball game today. Rodriguez looking for help, spins back, finds Winston. She'll launch it from 3. It's going to be off. And just tagging it out of bounds as Brittany Elkins trying to prevent Hill from grabbing that ball, that loose ball. Here's a fresh 30, though, because of the touch.
Another dead ball rebound, essentially going to the Lady Lions. Doing a good job getting these second chances.
Very patient so far, not in a hurry. Hill on the right side. She can shoot it. She scored 18 last night. She went to the trees and was denied that time, but had a loose ball. Look what I found in my hip pocket. Shakita Roberts scores her first 2 of the night.
Excellent awareness. Just to stay at home right there. Being aware that this possession isn't over yet, not just running back on defense. Standing strong in the paint, picking up the loose ball, and going up strong for the layup.
Now, some people might say lucky, and I kind of made a little funny comment about that, but that really is being where you should be, in the right place at the right time, waiting for the possession to end, because you never know when those loose balls bounce around what could happen. So really a heads-up play, and good fortune comes to those who are disciplined, and Roberts put that one in. Coming into the ball game now.
It's Nikki Hager, and Amber Cheney takes a seat. That foul was on Taylor Hill.
Alexis McAfee will check in for Rodriguez. From way beyond the 3-point arc, no good, but an offensive rebound. Here's Carr, too easy at the elbow, 15 feet out. She backpedals her way.
Yep. Got the rebound and just walked right in to that perfect corner spot. You knew she wanted to shoot from right there, and she knocked it down.
Hill trying to find Rodriguez. Winston comes around the top of the 3-point line, shoots, misses, rebound, a scramble. And Roberts again with the ball. It's going to be a jump ball. And possession here will go in favor of the Drovers.
Still seeing very consistent play by the Lady Lions in forcing extra possessions, forcing the Drovers to fight for the ball after the missed shot.
No.
Not just letting them get away with an easy defensive rebound.
Excuse me there, Tim. You were telling me before we went on the air, only 2 times have all the starters been beginning the game. I said that wrong. 2 of the 7.
Only, and a foul coming right here. Before this game began, only 2 girls have started all
7 games.
7 games
Yes,
this season for the Drovers. So still very much changes. And Nia Winston takes a seat, and Kroc steps in.
Which brings up another point, Tim, and the Lady Lions have played at this point in the season, it's early, twice as many ball games as these Drovers. Lady Lions at 7-7, Drovers at 3 and 4. So you've got 8 players suiting out tonight. They've only played 7 games. They just need more minutes on the court, Lance and Arstez, and they find themselves down by 4 early.
Goes in for the steal, is going to get whistled for the foul.
It's good to see Kroc back on the court. Bethany Kroc, sophomore, good freshman campaign last year. She's out of San Antonio, Texas. Scrappy player.
Very scrappy. Ball is overthrown, just saved by Brittany Elkins, but it's stolen away by Roberts.
Ahead to Kroc. She's got numbers. She tries a hop layup. Roberts gets it over to Lakin Ward, left side. Gets her own rebound again. This time it's good. She tried first with the left hand. That didn't work, so she went back with her natural hand with the right hand, laid it up and in. 16-10, timeout here at the Schaefer Center.
Yeah, some frustration from Sammy Martin right there as, again, the Lady Lions pull down 2 offensive boards to get those points. Lakin Ward and Shakita Roberts just having a field day with it right now, pulling it off the boards. If you're Lady Lions, you like the way this has started. You never led against the Lady Rams, and you hung tight for, like you said, 3/4 of the game, essentially, before it got away from you in the final 10 minutes. But it's good to open up a 6-point lead here at home in a game that, like you said, it's always easy to blame the last domino for why the whole stack fell, but this is one of those in mid-January that you can look back on as very huge when you go into the last few games of the season.
And we will look back at games like this as we near the end of the season to see which teams we're fighting for. Could it be a 6th, 7th, 8th place? It could be a team just like this, and you look back at the head-to-head at the end of the season.
And you can feel almost silly to scoreboard watch with just 4 or 5 games under your belt. Scrum for the ball and not quite saved by Sammy Martin. She stepped out of bounds before she get it. But the season happens so fast. Here you are in mid-January. The school semester is just beginning for most teams. And in a month and a half, it's all over. It just wheels off so fast that you can't afford to not look ahead. You have to think about the big picture from the start.
Brooke, bounce pass inside to to Ward. Off the glass, no good. I like how those guards are trying to get those forwards the ball on the block. They work so hard to get open. It's great to reward them. A miss there by Ward, though.
We mentioned the Lady Lions don't have to worry about a significant height disadvantage today, so they can rely on going inside. They don't just have to stand around the perimeter and shoot it up all night.
Look at Roberts, excuse me, Tim. Look at Roberts affect that shot.
Kroc comes away with the rebound, pushing down the court, and she'll pull up.
McAfee, back out to Kroc. 15 on the shot clock. Ward's trying to post up, left side. Kroc on the right. She'll launch a 3. Short. And there's a lot of extracurricular fighting for those loose rebounds. No one's really cleanly grabbing these balls early on.
No, it really is a scramble to try to chase it down.
Another long 3. Roberts with a rebound. She checked her foot. She was in bounds. No whistle. Here's Alexis.
Nice pull-up jumper.
Sure
just
was.
Doesn't fall, but the Lady Lions will retain possession. Again, dribbled back her opponent off just enough to create, like you said, that separation.
Here comes Charity Page into the game, and Lakin Ward will take a seat. Charity Page, just a freshman, out east, Nacogdoches, Texas. High school out there, a 6-foot freshman. McAfee gets it into Roberts. Over to Page, who just checked in the game, and unable to control the handle, and now a steal, and an errant pass from Kroc. Here comes Pulliam. Over to Brittany Elkins. Into the paint, near the free throw line, off the glass, too strong. Kroc, Hill wasn't ready for it.
Roberts fights for it and gets it. And
on the ground, and no whistle. Here come the Lady Lions on up ahead to McAfee. Nice lay, and it missed. It was halfway down, and that perhaps a frustration foul on behalf of the entire team. Kroc just took one for the team. That's an interchange you just want to see into 2 points, and it didn't.
Yeah, when you fight that hard to get possession, pull off really almost a magic act, lying on your back, tipping it over a player's hands to get it down. You have a 2-on-1 advantage, but can't convert on the lay-in. That's 2 points you want, and as you mentioned, points might be in a premium today. The two teams just averaging 59 points a game.
Roberts will take a seat as Sierra Hankins, who started much of last season's games, in for Beatles, here with 9:48 left in the first half. And now two Lady Lions go crashing to the floor. It's Hankins and Page. And they're going to call a foul on the Lions.
That's going to come in against Page.
Monica Dorsey's going to check in now for Hill. Dorsey is another freshman. She's from Garland, Texas. Saxe High School. Could have been a travel call. They didn't.
Shot missed, foul called. Ball will go over the Lady Lions.
Did you put oil on that basketball, Tim, before the game? I saw you over there playing with the basketballs, kind of rubbing them. Did you drop some peanut oil or something on that? What is the deal?
Foul comes against Nikki Hager. Lady Lions stand at 5 fouls, 4 fouls for the Drovers.
Winston held to just 2 points so far.
Yeah,
early.
both teams just fighting for any sort of points. It's been 16-10 for at least 4 minutes now. Both defenses doing a very good job.
Not a lot of free throws. Now, Lady Lions get the ball inside. And Page converts. Nice pass from Hankins.
Great identification. Catch the player is sliding in between the defenders. Lady Lions go on top by 8.
Hankins.
Right place, right time.
Here comes Nia behind the back. 3 against 1. She almost got that to roll in. She'll go to the charity stripe. If you're Coach Beatles, you don't like the numbers, but you got to at least like the results. She has a chance to convert a pair of free throws. She's an aggressive player.
Very aggressive right there. Just identifying. That's one of those times that you're probably going to get the foul call. Go ahead and go for the layup. And like I said, in a game like this, between the two least scoring teams in the conference, any way you can line up and get points, take it.
Here comes 3 players in for the Drovers.
Sammy Martin,
Carr, and Worcester. Looking to convert both, and she does. Nice stroke from Nia Winston. She's got 4.
The Lady Lions go up on top by 10. As we have dipped below 9 minutes remaining here in the first half. First half just kind of moving along. Not many stoppages of play. It's just a lot of missed shots, a lot of defensive rebounds. And that's going to be a travel.
Yeah.
Might be actually be a double dribble officially called on Michelle Carr. She had one plan. The Lady Lions defense got in the way of that one. Before she could make up her mind, she had taken too many steps.
Carr leads the team in scoring, 13 a game. She's got 14 threes in the season.
Stoppage of play as the shot clock had not started. So the Lady Lions will inbound on the Drover side. Shot clock set 27 seconds, 8:37 remaining in the first half. There's Dorsey and Winston hanging around the top of the perimeter.
That's inside pass to Hankins, and she lost her footing, and they're going to whistle her with the foul.
The travel.
The travel. They'll turn the ball back over with 8:21 remaining in the first half. Lions up by 10. What's more important is they've held the Drovers to just 10. Impressive.
The Lions defense has been very good so far.
And they're going to whistle. I think it's going to be Winston. It's going to be Winston or Dorsey. It's going to be Dorsey on the foul. Could be either one of them. Drovers inbound underneath Lions basket.
6th foul on the Lady Lions. So the next one will start the bonus.
Air ball. Here comes McCaffey looking on up ahead. She's got Winston. She's going to drive into the lane between 2 defenders, and one wasn't set, and they're going to whistle, and that's number 15. That's Sammy Martin. Whistle for the foul.
Again, just good identification. by Nia
Oh,
Winston.
check that. Check, that's 23. That's the other one, Lindsay LaRue, called for the infraction. That's her second. Winston, smooth stroke, gives the Lions an 11-point lead. Here it is again.
Yeah, just very good identification that they weren't set. They were still backing up. Go for the shot. Try to convert a three-point play if you can. If not, go to the line, hit both the free throws, and she does. Her 6th point of the night. Lady Lions go on top by 12, less than 8 remaining in the first half now. And we talked about this. This is what they needed to do. Take advantage of the fact that your opponent is starting off cold, not being able to score very effectively, and go up by double digits. It's what they couldn't do against Mid-America, and it came back to hurt them at the end of the game.
Big three from Carr. All kinds of lines around it. Here comes Dorsey. She's going to run up ahead to McAfee. She was hacked, and she'll go to the line. That's Carr on the foul. Carr. It's her first. In the words of Darth Vader to his son Luke, impressive. Most impressive, Tim. Lions looking to extend their lead to 13 if they convert this second one. Nice pass up ahead. And she was just raked over the face. Cappy's second is good. Lions up 13.
The last 5 points have come off of free throws. Doing a pretty good job of getting to the line. Like I said, in a game like this, however you can score points, take it.
Have yet to see Cassie Cox come into the game yet. She's a factor inside. It's a loose ball. Who's going to get it down? Who's going to chase it down? It'll be Winston. Boy, she's quick. Lays it up with the left hand. Hit the rim about 3 times. The soft touch. And another timeout from second-year head coach Jennifer Hayden. Wants to talk it over as they find themselves down by 15 here on the road at the Schaefer Center with 7:08 left in the first half. Held to just 10 points.
Yeah, the Lady Lions doing a great job on defense right now, and you got to love that play from Nia Winston, picking up the ball and with pressure from behind, not just getting fouled that time. And like you said, with the left hand, making the adjustment, going up strong.
Well, the body language, I try to pick up some intangibles on these players, and this the body language that you're noticing from the Science of Art ladies is representing tiredness, maybe fatigue, a lack of motivation. I know they're probably trying hard, but it's not showing in their play. They look like they're just not mentally in the game, and it's showing on the scoreboard right now. They've got to find a way to dig themselves out of this hole as you see them huddle up here, looking for solutions on the road. And with just 8 players suiting up, it's got to be a tough grind. There'll be plenty of minutes by all the players, but they've got to find a way, if you're the Drovers, to dig deep, get some stops, Tim, and get some of those perimeter jump shots to fall.
Yeah, he's got to find some way to start getting on the board. Like I said, the Lady Lions have found their way, getting those free throws, getting however they can. But for Lady Drovers right now, again, only taking 15 shots on the game, shooting 26% overall.
Lions will set up in a 2-3 zone. Just going to pack it in and force the Drovers to shoot from the outside. And here's a loose ball. Drovers recover it.
And that breaks at least an 8-minute scoring drought. I didn't bother making a note the last time the Drovers scored, but it's been at least 8 minutes. It's got the lead to 25-12. Lady Lions with 9 offensive rebounds so far in the first half, to just 2
Winston,
for the Drovers.
She'll let it fly. A little too strong, and a rebound. The Drovers, they've got to try to score in 2 consecutive possessions here. It'll be Carr. Back over to Pulliam. She'll look right, back left to Carr. Way beyond the 3-point land. Here come the Lady Lions again in transition. Really like to see this, Tim. The Lady Lions, when they've got the numbers, they'll take them, at least force the Drovers to stop them in that kind of that mid-transition game where the numbers may not be totally in your favor, but you've got moving bodies, moving parts, and you're on the defense. Nice move right there.
Great read inside. The Lady Lions taking advantage of Drover errors right now. They have 8 points off turnovers and then 10 second chance points. So 18 of their points have come off of either offensive rebounds or turnovers. In other words, 18 of the points have come off extra possessions that they didn't necessarily have to get. They weren't given those possessions automatically. So 18 of their 27 points. If the foul comes in there, it is the 7th. So to the line will go Brooke Worcester to shoot the 1-and-1. 3 new Lady Lions come in: Shakita Roberts, Jaira Rodriguez, and Taylor Hill.
It's been kind of an up and down season for these Drovers. They lost their first game, won the second, then dropped 3 straight, then won 2 straight. So that's where they stand today at 3-4. The Lions playing just a little bit better at every level, at every part of every facet of the game, if you will, which is why they find themselves up by 14, looking to match the conference record of Science and Arts. They'd both be 2-3 if the Lions do win this ball game today. Winston, she always looks over the 3, doesn't she? Roberts inside, and she'll go to the foul line.
Foul comes against Sammy Martin, and this is a big 5.5-minute stretch for the Drovers. You know you're a second-half team. You know that's where you can win games. They were behind a lot against Northwood on Thursday, but came back strong second half to win that one. You don't want to go in the second half down by 15, 20 points. So you really have to find a way. See the replay right there, the foul against Roberts. You have to find a way to cut this deficit back to maybe, 11, 10 points.
Well, you want to get to single digits if you can.
Oh, if you can, absolutely.
If you can.
You're just down 15, obviously. You have 5 minutes to go in the half. You know your second half team. You need to find your way for the next 5 minutes, maybe down by 10, 8 points. That'll be very manageable going into the second half. Rodriguez almost comes away with a steal. Can't bring it in before she steps out of bounds, though. Ball will remain with the Drovers, 18 on the shot clock.
And could be well, there's a whistle. It looked like perhaps a travel.
The shot clock didn't start on time again.
Okay.
And so they're just going to reset.
Well, they're keeping it 15. 15 on the shot clock. Just about 5 minutes left. Here comes Elkins. Over to Pulliam. Skip pass. Over to Hager.
Blocked by Roberts. Blocked again by Roberts.
She's adding to her total, number 10 in the nation. That's why, right there on that exchange.
She averages about 2 blocks a game, and she got both of them right there.
Everything else is gravy from here if you're back in the stats. And just as that happens on the other end, it's Jaira Rodriguez drains one from the corner.
Winston doing a great job of getting that ball all the way across the court. That was not an easy pass. It was long and through traffic, but Rodriguez was wide open.
And look at this trap defense.
And Rodriguez is going to get called with the foul.
And Rodriguez is saying that she ran into me. How come players just can't agree on calls? They never agree.
So to the line, Paige Pulliam. The Drovers trailing by 18 right now, managing just 13 points to the first 15.5 minutes.
And McCaffrey will step in for Jaira, who just drained the 3, whistle for the foul. 18-point deficit for the Drovers.
Makes the first into the 1-and-1.
Those are going to matter. Every free point you get when the clock stops.
Watch here, Roberts with the first block, goes up and gets it again. Just, again, identifying where the ball is.
Yeah, it's going to be a white ball. It looked like it may have been off Page, but the ref saw it another way, so.
Roberts stands at 6 foot. And that helps, obviously, a lot when you're a blocking player, but that's not her entire strategy. She just has a knack to get to the ball, knows how to follow it. I think she'd be as good as blocking if she was 5'10" almost.
Mm-hmm.
She plays taller than 6 foot. There's a lot of girls who are 6 foot tall who can't block like she does. She just knows how to play the ball.
Good ball movement from the Lions. Winston. Roberts trying to get out of Winston's way.
Shot clock down to 5.
McCaffrey. Roberts going to have to shoot it. Left hand.
Hit the rim. Yeah. They get the rebound.
Huge fight for the ball.
Travel's going to come against.
Called against Page.
Yeah. Travel comes against.
And she gets up gingerly, favoring one of her ankles. I'm not sure if Beadle sees that or not, but Page not at full speed here. She trots her way back down the court. Under 4 minutes now, 31-14, a 17-point run in the first half. Well, I should say run, but advantage by the Lions. Unexpected run. And now here, a steal from McAfee. 3-on-2. Finds a trail man. Hill spots for three. Good. Taylor Hill drains a three ball. Puts the Lions up by 20.
Foot was on the line, so it's just going to be 2. They shot, the scoreboard reads 34 right now, but it will be 33-14.
They'll back it up 1.
Her foot was just on the line. Like, what a read right there by Paige. Picks it off. Ball goes back over to the Drovers, though. It looks like we have a foul coming on Charity Page.
I don't think I've ever seen a first half where there's this many scrums and loose balls. Often missed shots or just off steal attempts, Tim. This is really unusual. It's just a tough time players getting a handle on that ball. Well, that'll send Paige Pulliam. She's a senior from 5'7" senior from Newcastle, Oklahoma. First one is good. And they do on the scoreboard drop it back to 33. Second one's good form.
Yeah, Drovers done a good job. They have taken advantage of some free throw opportunities here. With the dreaded 1-and-1, missed the first, and you don't get a second shot, but they've drained the last 4 to.
Yeah, both teams are in the bonus, Tim. And Hill, again, loose the handle on that one. Roberts over to Winston for 3. Good. That one's beyond the arc, well beyond the arc.
Just great. You sort of see the Lady Lions offense starting to work here as they start to back the Drovers down. Again, the strategy is working perfectly. They played inside.
And another block from Roberts, excuse me, Tim. Another block from Chiquita. And I think what's sparking the offense is the defense. Well, they are playing great trap on the zone and the inside. We mentioned in pregame, Roberts will give them all kind of trouble, and she is doing just that. That is propelling the offense to just play free and loose, and the result is a 20-point lead.
The defense is getting the ball back so quickly, it's catching the Drovers off guard. And again, the offense is how you want to play. You play inside, 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 get layups, force the team to drop back, and now they've hit 3 deep shots in the past few minutes.
Not a good shot from Hill. One of her first poor decisions of the night. Essentially double teamed in the baseline and just had to negotiate with the baseball itself.
It is stolen.
Here's Hill up ahead. She's got Winston. Great pass. Winston misses the layup, but there's McAfee. She cleans up the glass. Way to hustle on that fast break. McAfee just hanging around, watching the action unfold. They teach us in practice, always trail, and look what happens.
And that's so huge. You get the turnover, you throw it down court with just all alone, and Winston unable. You see right here, just team effort. Swatted around Winston, and again, what a pass up
Perfect
ahead
pass
to Winston, and feels like she has the layup here, tips over, and then, like I said, McAfee, just great job identifying that the shot has been missed, cleaning up the boards, and you hate not coming with points there, and you don't have to right there. Lady Lions' offensive rebounds been so huge in this half, as they are now up by 22, 90 seconds remaining.
3 ball from the corner, it's good, nothing but net. That is Brittany Elkins, a senior from Waurika, Oklahoma, a transfer from Cameron University, cuts the lead to 19. Winston will try to return the favor. Good. She rattles that in. Her second 3 in about 1 minute of play.
And she just got left all alone over there. Like I said, this is exactly how you want to operate your offense. Make them respect your ability to go inside. Make them have to drop in, and then you have some deadly outside shooters with Winston, Hill, and you just can't leave Winston that open. She'll think about it, but no, she sees a perfect inside with Paige and the layup.
Charity Page had to take that one high up the glass because of the position of the defender. And nice touch. Didn't look pretty, but she knew what she was doing. Sometimes it's the only way to get the ball in the basket.
About 6 seconds separate the shot clock from the game clock, as the Lady Lions are rolling here in the first half. Off the glass hard.
Who else? Roberts again, nearly traveled. Gives the ball to Hill. Shot clock is off. 11 seconds remaining. Let's see if they can put together Another good clean shot. Winston looks like she wants to take it. 5 on the clock. Nice inside pass to Paige. Great court awareness, great vision from Nia Winston as she dumps it off to Charity. Puts the Lions up. Holding your breath. 45-19, Tim.
And they just tore it off in those final few minutes. The Drovers had kind of found their footing. They had fought their way back after only scoring 10 points for the first 15 minutes almost. They had fought their way back, and the Lady Lions just go on an offensive tear through the final few minutes of the half. It doesn't look like the Drovers know who to cover right now. The Lady Lions are playing so versatile on offense, dishing it around. Like I said, that right there, a perfect example. Nia Winston knocks down 2 threes, so they have to respect how well she can shoot. So when she comes inside, every defender crashes on her. Wide open was Charity Paige on the inside. Easy pass, easy layup just before the buzzer. And the Lady Lions own a 26-point advantage at the half. We're going to go to commercial. We'll be back with some halftime interviews and some stats right after this.
Welcome back to the Schaefer Center. Here in Waxahachie, Lady Lions in clear command of this one, 45-19. And the stats you're about to see will bear that out. One thing that's kind of interesting as Tim prepares to give us the stat information, and that is the field goal percentage almost mirrors the score. 46% for Southwestern. They've got 45 points. 25% shooting for the Drovers. They've only scored 19. Here's the rest of your stats, Tim.
The stats right there, and again, it tells the story. Lady Lions out-rebounded the Drovers 27-10. The Drovers have committed 11 turns. Lady Lions only have 5. Big note right there. 10 of those rebounds, offensive rebounds. Lady Lions just pulling it off the glass, going up with second chance points. Lady Lions obviously out-assisting and out-stealing the Drovers. Looking at some player stats here. Nia Winston leads all scorers with 14 points. Shakita Roberts has 7 rebounds overall, leading the team. Lakin Ward has 6 rebounds overall. 5 of those rebounds, offensive rebounds. So just
those putbacks, the misses and putbacks.
Yeah, great follow-through on that end of the court for Lakin Ward.
For Science and Arts, they've really only accumulated, like we said, 19 points. 6 from Paige Pulliam. Rochelle Carter is 2 for 12 from the field, 1 from 3 from three-point land. Just stuck at 5 points total. That is way underneath her average. And so what do you see as far as adjustments, Tim, let's talk about the Drovers. They're the ones that have to make adjustments. What do you see they're going to have to do to have any fighting chance to win this game?
They're going to have to play more aggressive on defense. And obviously, it's not easy against the Lady Lions. They can be very, very quick underneath. But they're going to have to start coming out and just challenging really man-to-man, I feel like. They're going to have to find a way to start breaking up passes, making steals, just stopping Lady Lions. Again, the strategy, I've said it a couple times, but it worked perfectly. You worked your way inside, and so they fell inside. You start knocking out outside shots, so they come out to face them. Then the players are back open inside. So the Lady Lions have completely mastered this game so far. There's still 20 minutes to go, though. You feel very happy with a 26-point lead, but by no means can you just go to sleep here and allow the Lady Drovers to start chipping away. If Lady Lions, you want to come out strong, make a statement, and hopefully coast this one to the end. If you're the Drovers, like I said, these first few minutes,
huge,
going to be very, very big.
Lions 8 of 10 from the free throw line. Yeah, Lions 8 of 10, Tim, from the free throw line. So that's not really a factor yet, but it could be should the Drovers pull back. So 80%. Meanwhile, the Drovers just 4 of 6, 66%. We're back underway here. Hill will bring it in. Lady Lions' first possession of the second half is Winston. She's got 14. Lakin Ward, another strong move to the basket. She already poured in 8 the first half, and here she is again at the line.
Yeah, gets a quick foul, goes to the line, chance to push her point total to 10. And you do see the Drovers come out with a bit more aggression, trying to prevent her from getting the easy shot. Ward hits the first. This is, if you're the Lady Lions, this is exactly the kind of game you want to have. You've been beaten by pretty big margins a couple times this year. You won a couple of close games. You want to make a statement game. We already mentioned the top 4 are pretty much, don't want to say completely locked up, anything can happen, but those are looking like 4 very good teams.
It is a steal from Roberts. She anticipated that the whole way, Tim. And she'll circle back around, spot up Hill. Over to Winston. Steps back. Rodriguez thought about it. Skip pass over to Hill. Great anticipation from Roberts.
Yeah, she did not even appear to be in that play.
Nice.
Inside to Gyra. Gyra lays it in. Lady Lions go on top by 30, less than a minute into the second half. If you're the Lady Lions, you want to make that statement of, you know what, this year we may not be a top 4 team. We may not be a team that's going to get national recognition, but we're number 5. We're number 5 in this conference. We're the team that's going to, you don't want to play us.
Hill picks up a loose ball, try to get it to Ward. Ward unable to pull it in, and the Drovers will get that ball back. And Tim, you mentioned something in pregame I want to bring up again. That is, when the Lions do get off to a good start in the first half, can they hold that lead? It's probably a fair assumption they're going to probably win this game. I don't want to say that for sure, but, you know, at this point, here's the question we have. Can they hold this lead to 20-25, 22-20, and not let it become close at all?
Yeah, again, this is the kind of game you don't want to have to sweat. You want to be able to ride this one to the end. It's a long shot by Taylor Hill because it plays in. You'd rather not have to exert yourself to the end. You have a game to play on Monday. So no reason to allow the Drovers to push you and have to exert a lot of energy in a game that you have safely in control right now with 18 minutes still to go.
And Carr misses another 3-point shot. She's 2 of 13 for the day. Rodriguez passes it off to Hill. 15-minute shot clock. Ward posting up inside, back over left side to Hill to Winston. She's got 16 already. Roberts into Ward. Nice up and under move.
What a move by Ward.
Pump fake right, spun back left, lays it up and in. Ward's got, I think she's got 12. Yes, check that, 12 points. Her season high.
Yeah, she is really coming alive in this game. Like you mentioned, she is just a freshman. Did not start this season as a starter, but she has played her way into the position and justifying
And there's a steal from Ward, and they're going to whistle.
Yeah, she
they can blow the whistle on her.
Completely justifying Coach Beadle's faith in her right now, as she is acting as an amazing supplement to Nia Winston. And we're seeing already with those passes inside, the way it's working, you're seeing a really good combination between Winston and Ward.
Roberts with another board.
And like I said, this is going to be a crucial start to the half for the Drovers. And 3 minutes in, they've been unable to score. Lady Lions have put up 6.
Ward looked at the 3. Over to Hill. Winston spins back into the paint now. Skips it over to Ward. Nice move and a whistle. Thought one was coming. It did. She'll go to the foul line. Try to extend this lead, which is presently at 32. 32.
Talked before the game about that. Each team averaging 59 points. Lady Lions at 51, looking for a chance to definitely have one of their best offensive outputs of the season. And for the Drovers, it's reaching that frustration point a little bit right now, where you're sitting there looking at that. You're over 3 minutes into the second half, and you haven't broken 20 yet. That's just very frustrating, especially if you're a team that, has played some solid basketball this year. This is not a team that's just a bad squad by any means. A comparable game for the Lady Lions to have comparison against.
Excuse me, there's a trap again. That zone trap in the corner, rejected. And Roberts smiling, and she's going to get whistled for the foul. And she thought it was clean.
But a comparable game earlier this season, the Drovers went and beat Bacone College 67-65. That was a long time Red River opponent for the Lady Lions, and you can attest to the fact that's a pretty solid team. So this is not a Drovers team that you look at the scoreboard. This is not indicative of who this team is. So you definitely got to feel some frustration on their side.
And that is their
See the
first
replay.
point. Yeah, well,
Roberts got the ball, and it might have been really in the follow through. That got her. She got the ball cleanly, but the follow-through might have got her with the foul.
And Drovers scored their first 2 of the second half. It took them 3.5 minutes. Nice motion offense forward. Too easy. And it was too easy. But there it is again. Stuffing the stats. I think I'll take another offensive rebound and add 2 more. I think I'll take 16 points now.
She's become the leading scorer of the game in this half.
Wow.
Like I said, you love that ability to you work your way inside. You love the way she's posting up, and then she misses the easy layup. And for so many players, they just be frustrated. They might move out of the way, or they might take a foul. She does a great job staying at home, getting the offensive rebound, and now with more pressure than she had a second ago with the wide open layup, makes the layup. So that is her 6th offensive board of the game. She's closing in on double-double territory.
Absolutely. Nice weak side rebound from Rodriguez. Hill sees Winston circling around the baseline. Now Winston. Ward's posting up again. Rodriguez, top of the key, and looking for Ward to pop out. Ward stayed home in the paint. And well, they're being aggressive, still trying to pound that ball inside.
Well, like I said, you don't want to let the Drovers get back in this one. You want to be able to get to about the 10-minute mark, still be up by about 30, start getting your second string, your third string players some playing time. Rest those starters for Monday night's game, which will be here.
There's another block from Roberts. That's 3. We think it's 4, but that's her 3rd block. A rejection, clean.
The Lady Lions will have their hands completely full. There's a foul.
And a push.
Ball over.
An offensive foul whistled against Southwestern.
But Monday night, they will be hosting the number 3 team in the nation, Oklahoma City. They currently lead the pack in the SAGU Athletic Conference. Monday night at 6, we will be covering that game for you. And the Lady Lions obviously will have their hands completely full there. So the quicker you can start resting starters for that one, the better.
Here's Hager. Inside of Hager, she backs up Roberts and a block, but before that, she's traveling. Call is why the whistle was blown. So another turnover. A turnover plagued first half and now becoming a turnover plagued second half for the Drovers. Winston, quick move to the basket. Blocked from behind. Carr got a piece of it. We'll keep it right here. There's 18 left on the shot clock. Good quick first step from Winston. But Carr caught up. Hill almost lost that when she goes inside. And
didn't get rid of it before her feet hit the ground again?
She landed. She found the 6th defender, the backboard.
So travel and a turnover. Lady Lions holding a commanding 55-21 lead with 14 and a half to play.
Another errant pass and another turnover. And if you're head coach Jennifer Hayden, Tim, what do you do at some point? You look at the score and you're down by 34. You've got only 3 players on the bench. What do you do?
You just keep playing till the end. This is a test of who you are as a team. There's going to be days like this. There always are going to be days like this. You just have to be able to fight to the end.
What you don't want to do if you're the Drovers is have a needless injury, someone twist an ankle or a knee get bumped, or that's what you don't want to see happen. So we'd be curious to see if the Drovers just begin to pack it in on defense and begin to move the ball a bit slower and just try to get the game over with at this point. You hate to see any type of injury for either team in a game that there's really no contest. Winston, left side. The ball stays alive, and the Drovers will come away with it. A little too strong off the glass by Nia. Lions still playing tough defense, scrappy.
Block
number
Shakita.
4 from Roberts. Way up ahead to Winston. And she missed another one, and now she's looking frustrated as he smiles in a frustrated way back down the court.
Those are ones that sting no matter what. Obviously, the sting is much lessened by a 34-point lead, but
sure.
That's been a couple for her, and that's something she definitely don't want to do. When you're facing competition that's going to be above you.
That was a fight between Rodriguez and Lakin, 2 SAGU players, in a timeout called by Coach Arlen Beatles, and this may be time to bring in the second unit, maybe even some of the players who are in that third tier to get some substantial minutes against a team that you can really gauge and have it be a glorified practice, Tim.
Well, yeah, I mean, you always want to start, really working on, getting people's legs fresh, making sure they're still in the game, making sure that they can play in a game where they have a chance to play some minutes out. Especially, unfortunately, we've seen in the past, the injury bug can bite, and all of a sudden the person who you kind of thought might be sitting on the bench the whole season, resting up for next year, is all of a sudden a starter.
Well, true, but I also wonder if Beatles isn't trying to make a statement here in this Sooner, because I see players on the bench there. You look at Cassie Cox, you look at Kroc, you look at Andrea Lugo, you look at Sarah Hankins. These are players who had substantial minutes last year, and they can hold their own in the court, yet they're not in the game. And I'm just wondering if you think Beatles is, can I say, trying to run up the score?
I don't think he's running up the score necessarily. He's still playing strong to the end as Winston drives to the basket, lays it up. He's definitely still playing strong right now. There may be a little bit of a statement being made of, we're the new kids on the block, and we're not just going to completely go down without a fight. We're going to, especially when you do have the number 3 team in the nation coming in here. That's a sweet shot from Lindsay LaRue from 3.
Just the 5th point of the second half, 8 minutes in. The Lions have held the Drovers to 5 points. More than half of them on that shot. Can't say enough about this defense, led by Shakita Roberts, Lakin Ward, and company. Just completely dominating science and arts this afternoon here at the Schaefer Center in every phase of the game. And so he was looking for Roberts. Roberts didn't shift back down the paint, and that's going to be an easy layup at the other end of the court for science and arts. Hill was trying to feed it to Roberts. Leading scorers, Winston and Ward. Ward wants to add to her number. Rebound, Roberts, and a whistle on Sammy Martin. Will get the call. She pushed Roberts. Now here come your subs for Coach Beatles.
Yeah, we got Cassie Cox stepping into the game, as well as Alexis McCaffey, Charity Page, and Monica Dorsey. So yeah, Coach Beatles will send in some second-string players now.
Page had 8 at halftime. She's played going. She got the ball again. Cox, weak side rebound, scramble for the ball. It's going to stay right here. Nope, they're going to give it over to the Drovers. Check that. But yeah, Page off the bench, but she had 8 at halftime, Tim.
Got some score updates for you
Let's
around the SAGU Athletic Conference. Right now, Wayland Baptist is leading number 18 Mid-America Christian 61-56 with 9:30 to go in the game. Meanwhile, over in Fort Worth, the Lady Rams are leading the Northwood Lady Knights 37-29 with 15 minutes to go. So that's those 2 score updates for you. And Oklahoma City.
There's Winston. Drains a 3 for the top of the key. She's got 19. She averages 18 on the season.
And the last update from Oklahoma City, the team will be in here Monday night. They led St. Gregory's 42-29 at the half. So that game is in the second half now. So some quick SAGU Athletic Conference score updates for you there.
The men will be underway in game 2 of our doubleheader at the conclusion of this game, plus about 20 minutes right here in the SAGU Sports Network. The number 2 team in the land. We'll have a lot more on that in our pregame show, Tim. They jumped up from 3-2 last week on the strength of 3 pretty strong wins.
Yeah, it looked very good in those games. Games that they really pretty much controlled most of the way. Trying to close off a good week as they, like I said, rise to number 2. That's the highest they've ever been in an in-season poll. Obviously, they finished last year ranked the #2 team in the nation by virtue of losing the national championship game. But they will be on the court trying to not only keep those standings, but in the NAIA, but try to stay on top of the Sooner Athletic Conferences. They, of course, lead. They are undefeated in conference, and also get you a lot more on that in the pregame. As you mentioned, will follow shortly after the end of this game, which the Lady Lions are in complete control of right now. As the first free throw is good. The lead is 60-27 with 9:42 remaining. A game that, again, by looking at it on paper and looking at some of the previous matchups, you felt like the Lady Lions might have an advantage. We talked about the height advantage.
Sure.
We looked at the fact the Lady Lions had faced tougher opposition to get to where they were, and the Drovers had played some of the bottom teams to get to where they were. But you definitely did not see this coming.
No.
You felt like this was going to be a game that, while it might be decided by Lady Lions victory, it might just be 8 or 9 points late in the game, still trying to hold on to it. You definitely did not envision a game that really, by the time the second half began, was over.
And a timeout called by the referee as one of the Drovers players went sprawling out of bounds, diving for the loose ball, Tim, and she's still not up yet.
Try to see who that was. Hustle play to keep it in bounds, and it looks like she fell into the stands, hurting herself, and this is what we talked about in the game that is, by all intents and purposes, over. You do not want this kind of thing to happen. You never want to see this. So we'll try to get the number of who that is.
Looks like number 15. No, it's not 15. Check that. We'll wait and confirm it.
You see right here, here is the replay, and that is number 32, Paige Pullum. And she just goes, oh, that looks like she went head first into the stands. Oh, my goodness. Silence has fallen over the Schaefer Center as she is still down on the floor. And you hope it's just a
She's
a stinger, just a little bit of pain and nothing else. And she is walking out looking okay under her own power towards the bench. And we hope that Paige Pullum is okay.
Just mentioned a few moments ago, you hate to have an injury in a game that really is meaningless at this point. And that's, you appreciate the hustle, but is it worth it when you're down by almost 40 points?
You always want to see players play to the end, and that can be a really inspirational moment for your team in a game that you are down by that much. To see one of your teammates still fighting that hard.
The starter.
There's still a long season to go as Winston launches a 3 there.
Another offensive board from Paige into the lane, and a whistle, and going to the line will be Monica Dorsey. Nice strong move. The right hand. She'll shoot a pair. Lions are actually have put the Drovers in a bonus. Drovers just have committed 4 fouls in the second half. Not a real relevant factor at this point, but because she was shooting, Dorsey will shoot a pair. 9:06 left as the Lions, #2 Lions, lurking behind the rafters, hanging around, ready to do their warm-ups and get going in a big game. I think it's a trap game, Tim. We'll talk more in the next pregame show, but they've got to be very careful with this USAO team. They beat a #7 team earlier in the year in John Brown. So you go back to what Bostwick said, there are no easy games in this conference. There's a 3 ball, and it's good. That is Brittany Elkins. Drains it. Cuts the lead back to 30.
It's her second 3-pointer of the game. Let's give a report that Paige Pullum has returned to the bench and looks okay.
Cox sets a screen for Dorsey. Another offensive rebound, McAfee. And a foul on Tammy Martin against McAfee. That's their 5th. And Martin will take a seat. From 3, Winston. Off the glass. The banks are open on Saturday afternoon. Again, Nia Winston. I'm not sure if that's how she drew it up, but it looked good going down.
That wasn't exactly where we want to hit it, but she got the favor of the backboard there as another steal.
Here's Winston, a pass from Cox, and it's going to be 2 more for Winston. She's pouring it on now, folks, up to 24 points. Lakin Ward saying, put me back in, coach. I want to try to catch Winston.
Underneath, and foul's going to be called. The signal is going to come in against number 25. That is Alexis McCaffey. She picks up her first.
Here comes Brittany Griffin, Tim. She wears number 34. She's a junior from Rockwall. She'll check in the game. Forward. Well, at the next dead ball. Dorsey takes over point guard duties. Winston, nice move inside, too strong off the glass. McCaffey, short shot from the corner, gets it, and she'll go to the line to try to convert a 3-point play the old-fashioned way.
Player came in late with a bit of the body check. Griffin will check into the game now for the Lady Lions for Cassie Cox.
There's the touch right there. Wasn't much. Foul committed by Lindsay LaRue. It's her third.
McCaffey now with 8 on the game. Lady Lions hit 70.
I wonder how many will reach double figures. Let's take a poll. I don't have the stats in front of me, the latest stats, but I'm going to say 5. I'll guess 5 players, Tim. I think 5 will make it in double figures. Here's a steal from McCaffey. She's got Winston on up ahead. Bounce pass. Winston right back to McCaffey. Missed the easy putback, but there's Paige. A weak side rebound. She'll go to the line.
Again, another offensive rebound. That has just been so huge all game long. It's really what created this lead in the first place. It's what put the Lady Lions on top from the beginning.
And that one finds its way through. Paige has 9. She's nearing double figures. McCaffey's got 8.
Coming onto the floor now for the Drovers is Sammy Martin and Paige Pulliam. Good to see her back on the court after suffering a momentary injury on a loose ball play going out of bounds.
There's 10.
And the Lady Lions have pushed their lead to 40.
It's one of those games where you say, who'da thunk it? We're coming into the pregame show talking about the East average 59 and the Lions just give up 7 less. It could be a game in the high 50s, low 60s, and it's neither of that. One is far exceeded and one is fallen far short.
Well, it probably won't end up being their largest win of the season. The Lady Lions did open up the year with a commanding 81-25 home victory over Dallas Christian. So this team does know how to pour it on. They know how to play really well. But this will be already is their largest point total within conference play. Before this, they had not broken 60 in conference play. So good to see the offense hopefully catching fire at just the right time. And it is going to get tough from here. Monday, they host, as we already said, number 3 Oklahoma City. And then Thursday, they host John Brown, number 16. So that's 2 of those teams that we talked about in the top 4, the really intimidating top 4. So this is a win that you really had to have going against 2 games that are going to be very tough to find a way to pull out a win. You needed to go ahead and get this one. Pull your conference record back to 2-2 overall. I'm sorry, 2-3 overall.
And we'll have that game for you, the Monday game against Oklahoma City, right here on the SAGU Sports Network. Nice play from Paige. McCaffey In transition, hesitates, dishes over to Griffin, who just came in the game, and she makes the shot, but a whistle before the shot was released, and they're going to call a foul on McAfee.
Charge on McAfee.
Griffin wasn't happy about that.
SAGU foul number 25, Alexis McAfee.
It's a chance for the Lions players, those who are second string players, to show some of their skills for Coach Beatles in a live game against players you don't normally see in practice. And here's a timeout on the floor. And it's
slow to get up is Nikki Hager.
Yeah.
And she will go to the bench.
And this become a game of attrition now. You just want to get the game over with. If you're the Drovers, just, you know, is there such thing as a running clock in basketball? There's not, but I bet they wish there was today, because that's two players, one head injury and now one with an ankle injury sustained by the Drovers. Too flat. Here come the Drovers. Inside on up ahead. Nice move up and in from Amber Cheney, a senior from Ninica, Oklahoma, a transfer from Western Oklahoma State College. Griffin can shoot the three as well as good inside game, and McAfee can also shoot just inside the three-point line. Two more for McAfee.
She's now hit double figures.
She's got 10. Okay, my guess was 5. I've not heard you make a prediction yet.
I think it's far too late for that. I think I know too many details. Long three-pointer.
Well,
good from Brittany Elkins. That's her third three-pointer of the game.
You know, Ward and Winston have got double figures. Now you've got McAfee and Page. That's 4. Not sure Hill's going to reach it.
Unlikely. She was a good ways away, and she'll probably rest on the bench for the next 4 minutes.
We'll have to see what Rodriguez has. I'm not sure what her point total was when she left the game. That's the clincher there. That's the game within the game now. And Rodriguez give us 5 in double figures.
Yeah,
a
foul
whistle inside.
Looks like this is going to come against Alexis McAfee.
And here comes Shayna Tanks, a sophomore from Spring Branch, Texas, out of Smithson Valley High School.
Another quick score update for you. The MACU Lady Evangels have rallied to tie Wayland Baptist 77-77 with under a minute and a half left. Wayland Baptist actually led that by 4 points with 2 minutes left. So a little bit of intrigue going on over in Plainview, Texas right now between two SAGU Athletic Conference opponents. Not much intrigue here as the Lady Lions really took control of this game at about the 13-minute mark of the second half, of the first half. They were up by about 8 or 9, and they just kept on building and building, and
you looked up, it was 20-point lead.
The Drovers were stuck at 10 for so long. They finally broke through, started scoring some points, and then just before the half, the Lady Lions turned a 13-point advantage into really just very quickly into a 26-point advantage. They very quickly put their offense together. Things started clicking, and it has been all Lady Lions since.
There's Andrea Lugo. She also checked in, a senior, wears number 20. So Lugo and Tanks in the ball game the last 3.5 minutes. Page over to Brittany Griffin. Inside pass to Brittany Kroc, who had about 2 players way taller than her, just waiting for her in the paint. Page in the paint, stripped away, stolen, on up ahead.
Griffin
in
gets
transition
back on defense and will draw the foul.
Yeah, Griffin was just wanting to pack that one and send it home. She's whistled. That'll send Sammy Martin back to the stripe. 10 fouls now on the Lions. They'll shoot 2 from here on out. Science and Arts will.
Drovers cut the deficit back to 31. It was up to 40 just minutes ago.
Well, Tim, they've done what you wanted them to do, and that is hold a lead. In this case, a big lead. They did just what you hoped they would do, Tim. So you got to be happy with what you see out of Beetle's team this afternoon.
Again, this is a game that you looked at it. You definitely said we need to win this game, and you've made a very good showing of it. And that builds your confidence a lot. Not only in taking on some very good squads coming up with Oklahoma City and John Brown, but you look ahead at teams like St. Gregory's and Northwood, and you say, you know what, if we can do this to the Drovers, we can beat those teams.
Sure.
We can win. This is Leyline's statement to say, you know, again, this might not be our year to go all the way by any means, but we're back. Obviously, a lot of disappointment around here last year. The last season in the Red River Athletic Conference, the 3-point is good there.
Amber
From
Cheney.
Amber Cheney. As the Lady Lions last year in the Red River Athletic Conference, and obviously the tournament was always hosted here on the campus of SAGU, and the Lady Lions were unable to make their final tournament, a tournament that they were very familiar with, played in it pretty much every single year, made it to the finals one year against Langston, and that sent them, of course, to the NAIA National Tournament. So a lot of disappointment around here when they were unable to overcome their early season woes. They put together some runs, some wins later on, but were unable to qualify for that tournament. So this gives you a lot of confidence that, you know, we're back. We're back in the scene. We're going to be playing in playoff games. We're going to be playing in games where it's win or go home, a chance to pull off that big upset, and it can happen. SAGU knows it can happen. Obviously, last year was the men's great run of all time, but the first time they ever made the NAIA National Tournament, they came into their own conference tournament as a 7 seed, stunned the first 2 teams, got to the championship against the number 1 seed, lost, but that's the second automatic bid, is whoever finishes in second to the team that's already won the regular season championship, and they got the honor of getting to go to the national tournament that year. So you always just want to get to the tournament and try your best. So this is a huge confidence boost for the Lady Lions against a team that, you know, I don't think you can judge this team by what you've seen today. The fact that they've been out of it for the past 30 minutes of gameplay, really. You can't judge them by that. This is a better team than what's on the scoreboard. It just didn't fall for them today. They were just unable.
2 players who are injured, didn't even suit up. Meanwhile, for the Lions, this win today, Tim, will pull them to within 1 of their total game win total last year. Last year went 9-21. This is win number 8 already on the season. So, like you said, much improved, and things are looking up for the Lady Lions indeed.
Good to see it. And again, we knew they were. We knew they were. Last year, there was a lot of confidence going into the season because of what had happened. Is Croc banks it in from downtown.
Anything you can do, I can do as well, Croc says to Winston.
But again, like, as we said before, there was a lot of confidence going into last season, looking at how some of the players have developed at the end of the year before. Year they went 10-21 and came into the conference tournament as the 8th seed. But unfortunately, with those injuries that took away Jair Rodriguez and the biggest one, of course, Neo Winston, they relied on a lot of freshmen to try to pull this team out. And we saw them really develop towards the end of the year. Another 3 is good. That's from Lindsay LaRue again. So we saw them really put things together later on. And so that gave us confidence going into this season. And you're seeing that confidence paying off as they'll go back over 500 at 8-7. They're going to be 2-3 in conference play. And that will push them, you know, from that 8 spot up to the 6 and 7 spots. Yeah. And as I said, it's never too early to start looking forward to that. Never too early to have a big conference win. Weak side rebound as there's just 45 seconds left now. The Lady Lions will push it down one more time. Griffin's going to try her 3. Just rolls in and out.
Page tried to pull that one down. Drovers.
And a foul.
Run into Lugo and Croc. And now she's slow getting up. Point guard.
And it's just
Brooke, Worcester.
For the Drovers, you know, the best thing they can rely on is there's 33 seconds left. They've had 3 players now go down with some variety of injury, or at least hampering. It's just been a tough game for them all the way around. They have not quit yet, and they have pulled it back within 26 points.
It was 40.
And that, again, that's very little to to make you feel good at the end of a day like this. But when you were trailing by 40, to have pulled it back within a 25-point game, that still doesn't look amazing on the scoreboard, but it shows that this team does not quit, and they'll still be in that fight for sure for that team trying to round out the tournament. Nice. Inside, one more basket.
Great body control from Page.
Charity Page, another great read inside. Shot clock is off, and the Drovers just push it down. They may try one more shot. Holds on to it, dishes out for three, and that is good. Rolls in and out, falls in, and that will finish up the scoring today. The Lady Lions roll to a 78-54 victory over the University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma Drovers. Well, the teams will shake hands, meet at midcourt for prayer. We'll be back with in just a moment with some final post-game thoughts, and then coming up in just about 20 minutes, the #2 team in the nation is going to come on out here and take on the Drovers right here on the SAGU Sports Network.
Hey, welcome back to the Schaefer Centers. You see both men clubs warm up about 20 minutes from tip-off here. 78-54 your total. It was never really that close, Tim, as it was pushed near 40. But we'll have some final stats in a few moments on it. Just a great quality win against, like you said, a good team that just struggled today.
Yeah, well, let's go down to the court now where Tyler is standing by with assistant head coach Corey Henry. Tyler?
Guys, now, Coach, congratulations on that win. After winning so big, what can you really take away from today's game?
I think just the teamwork that we had today. I think we played really well, actually, on both ends of the court. Offensively, I think we did a really nice job getting the ball inside, which opened up the outside for us. And I think moving forward, I certainly hope this will be a confidence builder for us.
Now, a major reason that we won was due to our offense. What was it that our offense did so well?
Actually, today we did a nice job in transition. And again, having alluded to it already, we were able to get the ball inside. We had a lot more scoring in the paint today than what we've had, I think, throughout the season so far. And by scoring inside, it opened up our outside.
Thank you so much, Coach, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
Back to you, Rob.
Coach Henry, thanks, Tyler. We'll take a quick break here at the SAGU Sports Network. Your final score, 78-54. Coming up, Game 2 of your doubleheader. The men are warming up. We'll be right back. The #2 team in the land right here, SAGU Sports Network.
I thought I was a singer. Look, I'm like ink so fresh I can smear it. Just on my name, I already feel it. It's like a bullseye on my head that I'm wearing, but it's not a bull snapback cap that I'm talking about. Walking out my faith, live from that New York City, living where it ain't pretty. Wash Heights, where they puff haze, play music all night. That's why your boy came, so we can show him Christ. Y'all don't get it, I've been saved. Living for his fame, switch the name, used to go by C-Light, but then I put it in the grave, cause I'm stepping off stage. Still the same dude, living what I say up on that mic. Cap and gown, graduated now, 23 and I'm in a new season. Wow, this is crazy, God is so amazing. He been using all that pain, he allowed to straighten me, chiseling. Every little thing of me that isn't him, and sin is still whacker than it's ever been. Jesus coming back again. When he does all that, oh, I used to go to church stuff is irrelevant. Following Christ ain't a one-time event, it's a lifestyle, not what you use for your girlfriend. So there it is, hope y'all listening. Yeah, the same mission, but the team look different. Don't believe a lie, you're living in a world that's passing by. And all the pretty things that you thought would fly, you can't take them with you when you die. Everybody sing. From the Q's where they root for Ido, but now out of my window I can see the Apollo. I change cities, still people remain hollow. Everybody tweet, but they don't know who to follow. Watch me kick it, salvation minus crucifixion. You got a better chance at the lotto with no ticket. That's horrific, rhyme for Jesus but flow wicked. You hear the truth, don't wanna do it like those dishes. News flash, new trash in the media. All them old lies, watch what they feeding ya. If it's no good, throw it up like bulimia. If it's no good, throw it up like graffiti, huh? So think move fast. Ramadan, Autobahn, girlies wanna move fast, trying to use their body wrong. They getting naughty, but you know it's probably cause they want male attention, cause they father gone. Don't believe a lie, you're living in a world that's passing by, and all the pretty things that you thought would fly, you can't take them with you when you die. Everybody say, everybody say,
say goodbye to the liar, say hello to the fire, say peace in the storm gone like it's on tires. Thought you was a